What's up, team? Weightlifting accountant here. Back again for another keto check-in. It's week 3 and I'm feeling great. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my version of the Bulletproof Coffee. It's how I start every single day. It makes me feel amazing, gives me that real energy I need to go and tackle a hard day in the office. The reason I have this keto coffee is the second thing I'm going to talk about in this week's keto check-in, and that is the ratio of fat to protein when you're attempting to do the ketogenic diet. I'm also going to be doing my check-in. I'm excited for that. I've been weighing myself sporadically throughout the week. I know last night at training I was 89 flat, so I am excited to see what I come in at today in our check-in. Apart from that, my weight has been pretty steady, going down progressively towards 89 flat throughout the week. So I feel like I'm burning more fat and body fat than just dropping weight at the moment, because that seems like a very steady rate of progress. And we are in week 3, so I shouldn't be dropping any more carbohydrates, glycogen, or water out of my muscles. I'm up to my sodium again, up to my water again to stay hydrated. All things you need to remember to do on the ketogenic diet. But yeah, excited for today's check-in. So I thought first I'd discuss why I start every day with a Bulletproof Coffee, and it keeps me going until 1 p.m. I might have a second version of the Bulletproof Coffee at work just to keep me going and keep me energized at work. It really helps with the mental clarity and whatnot, which, being an accountant, very important. So it really does help with that. But the reason I do that, and I do something I suppose you would call fat fasting during the morning, is because I like to make sure my body is in a state where it is only utilizing fats as the primary energy source. So what can happen in the body if you eat too much protein, and if you start your day off with a full meal when you're on the ketogenic diet? Say you start the day off with eggs, maybe some sausage, chorizo. I know us ketogenic dieters love chorizo. Some other forms of sausage, some meats, whatever. You can get in too much protein, and what might happen is you might kick your body out of ketosis, because the protein can convert through gluconeogenesis, and it will become an energy source similar to carbohydrates in your system. Now, that's not ideal, and it's actually one of the main things I see people do when they're failing on the ketogenic diet, is they're eating too much protein. I would recommend trying to stay under that 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So I'm about 185 pounds, so I try and keep under 185 grams of protein per day. This is going to be obviously individual depending on different people and different body types and how you metabolize foods and whatnot, but it's just a good general rule of thumb, because too much protein will kick you out of ketosis and make your life a lot more difficult and put a halt on your results. So that is why I start the day with my version of the Bulletproof Coffee. I have different versions of it depending on what my needs are, and the different versions have different ratios of butter, coconut oil, or straight MCT oil. But I'm doing this coffee in the afternoon, so I don't need the MCTs. I don't need those fast-acting fats and metabolism boosting fats now. I've already trained today. There's no need for it. So tonight's coffee, or this evening's coffee, will be primarily grass-fed butter and coconut oil. Now, something to remember with your coconut oil is you want to have unrefined extra virgin. This is because refined coconut oils and non-extra virgin coconut oils, they alter the fat to make it either a solid liquid or a solid, and they hydrogenate it, and you don't want those because they're altered fats and your body won't utilize them as well. So in the morning before work, I might have 10 mils of MCT oil, which is 9 or 10 grams of fat. And then I might have 10 grams of organic grass-fed butter for that slower release fat. Tonight, like I said, I'm going to be having predominantly butter and coconut oil. That's it. So, coffee pod in the coffee machine. While the coffee is brewing, what I do is I get my blender, I put it on my scale so I can weigh out my organic butter. I use organic just because it's got a better ratio of omega-3 to omega-6. It's also got a higher level of micronutrients in it, which That's, one of the benefits of having organic grass-fed butter. It's got a better micronutrient profile. So chuck some butter, that's 5 grams, which is all we need for now. Some coconut oil, as I said, unrefined, extra virgin. Once that's in our blender, I then get the coffee. I put it in the blender too. A little bit of sweetener, just because this coffee is going to be straight coffee, no almond milk, which is a variation that I usually choose. Now, there has been a few instances of these shakers blowing up in people's faces when they blend hot things in it. Now, if you want to do this on a regular basis with straight hot coffee, I would recommend buying a blender that can handle heated products. I haven't done that because I don't usually blend straight coffee, so it's not something I would regularly do. Usually I have almond milk in it, which makes it a warm temperature. It's not hot, but for now, I'm not having any almond milk in this one. So let's get blending. Doesn't need very long, but you can see it's already gone like a milky, creamy color, and that's because of the butter and the coconut oil. Bit of froth on top too. It's so good. Now that we're through with that, I just wanted to remind you guys that you don't need to start your day like this on a ketogenic diet. It is just a really handy way to make sure that you're starting off the day in ketosis and your body's not going to get kicked out. If you feel like you can have protein, just monitor it. Listen to your body and learn what feels good for you. This is what works for me because I'm about to go sit in an office for the next 10 hours. I need to be using my brain, but not my body. And therefore, all I need is the fats in this to fuel my brain and enhance that cognitive function. Later on, I'll chow down some good solid food, make sure my calories are up and whatnot, and prepare myself for training. But for now, this is all I need. So now I was gonna do my weekly check-in. I actually haven't looked at myself without a shirt on all day, so I'm interested to see what it's gonna look like. I'll do my weigh-in as well, and you guys will get to see what's coming up. So for today's weekly check-in, I thought I'd just stay in the kitchen for you. You won't be able to see my legs, but I mean, they're pretty small at the moment anyway, so that might be a good thing. But as you can see, leaning up nicely. I'm liking how my body is shaping up. I feel like my muscles look bigger, which is great for the ego. But my body weight, as I said, is going down. But as you can see, the progress is going well. Time to weigh in. So 89.8 is not too bad considering it is at the end of the day for me. I have already trained, I've already had all my food, I've had all my fluids. As you saw, I just had my own version of the bulletproof coffee, and even with all that on board, I'm still under 90 kilos, still 89.8. So happy with how that's going. Like I said, I weigh myself in the morning throughout the week, and I've been getting closer and closer to that 89 kilos flat. So a lot of wiggle room for me when the new weight classes come out. I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for another check-in. Click subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Follow me on Instagram at The Weightlifting Accountant. And stay tuned for my weightlifting help this week. It's going to be a good one. See ya.
Come on, let's go.